So today we are talking about priorities. What does priorities got to do with any of this? Moving out my mama house, getting out in life. Hey, but check it out. If you don't know your priorities, you don't know where you're going. If you really want to get out there on your own, be responsible and thrive while you're out there, you want to know your priorities. Yeah, priorities help give you direction. Priorities help you know where you're going. Priorities actually also tell a lot about you. You know, are you married? Do you have kids? Do you got a dog? You know what? And even with all of that, what are your priorities? I would challenge you to say, what are your top 3 priorities? Priorities really, it's not going to be like a bunch of, you ain't going to have like 10 priorities. I know a lot of people, there may be things that you may put in order in your life, but priorities really is not going to be a humongous list. Now, there may be things that you're going to put before others, but priorities really going to be it's going to be a smaller list. There isn't a specific number, but I can almost promise you it's going to be less than 15. So what are your priorities? Do you know what they are? And if you do, I would challenge you to name and list your top 3 priorities. What are your 1, 2, and 3 priority? And if you say those are your priorities, I'm about to challenge you to do something else. Go look at your bank account. Go look at your bank account. Man, Jermaine, what does the bank account got to do with my priorities? My bootsy voice. What does my bank account got to do with my priorities? Yeah, I'm tripping today. I'm geeking. But check it out. Your priorities are lined up with your money. You want to know how? Wherever your money goes, that's where your heart is. Wherever your money is, how much you spend, whatever you spend your money on, that's where your priorities are. So if I say, hey, my wife, if I say my family is my number 1 priority, what my family needs to be getting the most or the bulk of my money. I'm talking about not just the bills, not just paying bills, car payment, all of that good stuff, insurances. And yes, that does help and assist my family. But when I look at my extras, you know, what do I spend that extra on? You know, after everything is taken care of, you know, am I, you know, surprising my wife with a gift here or there? You know, am I buying a video game or something like that for my son? You know, but the most of my extra goes to my car. You know, certain things on my car, rims for my car, or, you know, maybe I want to throw some music in there. And there's nothing wrong with those things. But if I say that my family is my priority, I need to look at that. And I need to say, well, hey, look, I'm spending a little bit too much money on my vehicle right now. These rims, all of that, they look good, and that's cool. Well, let me just shine them up. I don't need to get no new rims right now. Let me shine the rims up I got right now. And I need to go ahead and move that money and go ahead and try to focus more of that money, that extra, and go ahead and spend more money on my family, spend more time with my family. Hey, use that money to take my wife out on a date. Use that money to buy a little video game for my son, sit down and play it with him. You know, if that's what I said my priorities are. But what are your priorities? And so, and if you say 1, 2, 3, these are my priorities, but your money doesn't line up with that, hey, that's okay. Maybe you want to look at reorganizing what you say. Either you want to look at reorganizing what your priorities are, or make your account line up with what you say your priorities are. So that is a quick tip on how to find your priorities. We can apply that to our life. And we can apply that to life, period. Where your money go, that's where your priorities are. That's where your heart is. Those are the things that you really care about.